All right, this is probation violation arraignment in the matter of Kiara Nicole Mullins. This is an odd case in that it is old. It's 2022. Oops. Thank you, Paul. This is a probation violation arraignment in the matter of Kiara Nicole Mullins. File number is 222327SM. Oh, this matter was authorized in 2022. The defendant got arraigned in December of 2022 and then pled in 2023 and then was AWOL for some time. And then we finally got her in here in June of 2025 when she actually entered her plea on domestic violence. And I did the sentence on June 2nd of 2025. I ordered 12 months probation, 13 days jail, credit 3, and deferred 10 days, and put the defendant on a probation. And that probation has not gone well. Ms. Mullins' probation officer is Daniel Frazine. Laura, I left that PPO on my desk from yesterday. Could you bring that to me, please? So Daniel filed a probation violation petition, Ms. Mullins, alleging that you violated your probation. So let's go to that. Thank you. The petition alleges that you have failed to report to your probation officer as required, failed to pay fines and costs, failed to abstain from the use of alcohol or drugs, and failed to test on demand, failed to participate in a treatment program as directed by the probation department, and fail in no assaultive or threatening behavior. He filed that in January. A PV arraignment was set for February 11th. I couldn't figure out what happened to that one. It was reset for arraignment today.
Miss Mullins had work that she said she could not miss, so we obliged her and had it rescheduled, Your Honor.
I couldn't figure it out. That's one of the reasons I was trying to get in the file to figure out how this went as it did. Anyway, he's recommending that we revoke your probation. He is tempted to simply order 90 days of jail, but he felt the original sentence deferred 10 days. So he's recommending that I give you 10 days in jail. This is an allegation that you violated your probation. You do have a right to have a hearing. At that hearing, they would have to establish beyond a preponderance that you violated your probation. You would have the right to have an attorney there to represent you. Original attorney Lori Hines has retired since this matter began, but we could appoint an attorney for you, and there's a high likelihood of jail. I have, in addition, your mother has requested a personal protection order to prohibit you from having contact with her. She provided me with dozens of pages of nasty texts and emails. She alleges that you're threatening her. And it all has to do with the fact that she has custody of your child. And I'm not sure where you actually live. I don't know whether you're working. I don't know whether we ever got a signed release from your treatment. And I don't know whether you're still using drugs or not, because we haven't had a test in quite some time. My recommendation, Ms. Mullins, is we get a lawyer to help you with this and set it for a hearing. Do you have any objection to that?
A lot.
All right. Well, do you object to me appointing a lawyer for you?
No.
All right. I wish Autumn were here, Daniel, because I'd like to do a test right now. If I gave you a drug test right now, what would it show?
Marijuana.
You're not supposed to use marijuana as a condition of your probation.
About a month ago.
Say that again.
It's from probably about a month ago.
Are you still living at Church Street? Where are you working someplace? Where do you work?
I've been working at Summit Polymers, Plant 18 for a month.
We were never able to confirm any of that. Laura, would you open up the breakout room?
I don't know if it matters, but I also have been blackmailed by my mother.
Have been blackmailed? All right. Well, the whole problem with your mother has to do with the fact that she has your child. And
she's emotionally and mentally abused me through the process.
and she says the same thing to you. And we got some voice messages where you are.
Videos. I have voice
all right, well, we
messages.
have Daniel has a message where you just cussed your mother up
That
and
was
down.
3 months ago.
Yeah.
It's time dated and stamped. It's also shown that since that time, she's let me have my son on the weekends. She contacted me after
Well,
that.
this isn't a custody or visitation case.
No, but she's violating my probation over a lie. I never threatened her for when.
Well, that's not, all right. I don't want you to say you do a poor job of reporting. You haven't paid any
I've
fines
kept
and
up
costs.
with
You haven't
Dan
done
through
any
email
treatment.
and calls. I have updated him about everything.
All right.
I've been in therapy. I take my medicine.
All right. Well, we need to verify all this.
I brought verifications. Nobody's called
Well,
me and asked me for my side of the story.
I'm gonna put you in a breakout room here in a minute where you can talk to your probation officer and update some of this stuff.
Well, we had a very lengthy conversation yesterday, and she's going to make sure she signs, because the problem is I can't confront because she hasn't signed a release of information. So she said that her next appointment, she will make sure that she gets her release of information, but I've been kind of chasing that for a while.
Well, that's a concern I've had right from the start. So maybe she is doing more of this.
Well, like I told her,
transfer me to DBT therapy, so I have a whole new therapist that I had to be referred to.
Who transferred you, Kalamazoo County or St. Joe County?
Integrated Services, the ISK, because my therapy got more intense as my mom has harassed me through the process.
How old is your child?
He's 4 years old. And he's being used as a weapon against me because she says I'm mentally ill, but I journal and document my side of everything. And she is using reactive abuse to only document my reactions to the things that she does to me.
All right, well, I don't want you to get into that too much without having a lawyer here to represent
With
you.
my probation, I have been carless and homeless. I was going through a lot.
Well, who lives at Church? Who lives at Church Street?
The only friend I have. That's the only person I have that helps me.
Will you get the Kleenexes for her? All right, so that's someone that is right behind her on the chair.
Sorry.
So that was one concern where you actually were. Where do you spend most of your time?
I'm now there. I was living in my car for 3 months.
Who is that person at Church Street?
She's the same woman that took me in when my parents kicked me out when I was 17. And she's willing to come to court to testify against everything that has happened too, because it's been a lot.
All right, we're gonna set a PV hearing. I haven't decided what to do about this personal protection order.
It's not right.
So I haven't authorized it. It's a custody matter as much as
She's
it
trying
is.
to make it about her when it's about my son, and she was just letting him come here every weekend.
Well, who gave your mother custody of your
I
son?
don't know. We had a
Well, was it
voluntary agreement, and I never signed anything because I was living at the shelter.
Is there a court order somewhere that gives?
I don't know. Every time I've called up here, I've been mistreated. I've recorded those calls. She tells me, police police told me if I pick up my son, it's kidnapping.
Well,
but I have no proof that my rights
now,
have been signed off. I never went to court for a custody. I never did any of that. So I don't see how it's ever been legal.
Well, there's a temporary letter of guardianship. You've been appointed by the court, Kevin Kane, July 17th of 2025. So there is a temporary guardianship.
And I'm supposed to have to petition to be reevaluated.
I don't know what the status of your probate court is, but there is a guardianship ordered by Judge Kane. Do you have a lawyer in that case?
I can't afford a lawyer for that.
No, generally they would appoint a lawyer for
I
you.
haven't been able to get through to any of that process.
Daniel, do you know the answer to that stuff?
Other than that, if there's been a temporary custody order, no, Your Honor, I do not.
Working on it. It's somebody should put it down now at once.
I don't think we're gonna need it. Daniel talked to her at length yesterday.
All right, thank you.
All right, I'm gonna appoint a lawyer, set a PV hearing. I don't know about, this was last September, ordered by Judge Kane. The PPO is probably not appropriate. It's a temporary custody matter in the family court.
And she did blackmail me with nude photos of myself. That's why I called the police this weekend.
Well, I wasn't clear about that. She
No, I'm
said,
just saying, she filed the PPO after that happened.
all right, well, that was, according to this, that was on your son's phone or something. I wasn't clear.
No, sir,
All right, well,
no.
don't tell me any more about it. All right, so we've got a cell number also that ends in 8285. That's still accurate?
Now, is there a court order that I'm not allowed to communicate with my son though?
No, there's not.
So
She
is she
asked,
allowed to block me and not let him see me and restrict my access? Because I haven't been able to get a clear answer on that, but the police tell
who have
me,
you been asking the question of?
the police, because she's called them on me every time I go there to try to
Well,
pick them
you
up.
need to contact the family court in Three Rivers.
And they told me that they didn't have a case for it.
They have a case. It's got a file number. I'll give you wait a minute, let me see.
She just, I didn't think it was legal for her to do
She
that, but I don't.
petitioned for guardianship.
She was supposed to be able to sign him up from school and take him for the doctor. That's it. We never agreed to her taking my rights and not letting me see him. I never signed anything for that.
Laura, would you make copies of these for me? Looks like I got 2 copies. Nope. There was one on September 17th, a temporary letter of guardianship. And then on October 14th, they gave a permanent guardianship.
Permanent.
There must have been some sort of notice to you regarding that.
I
don't
never
think-
got that.
All right, well, I'm gonna give you copies of that paperwork.
So my rights are terminated?
No, they're not terminated. But she has a guardianship. And I don't know enough about it. It used to be right here in this building. We were all in the same building. But the family court now is in Three Rivers. I would recommend before you go back to Kalamazoo, you stop in Three Rivers and ask to look at that file and see what the status is. But there's a permanent order of guardianship according to PPO file from October of last year, signed by Judge Kane. And I don't have that file in front of me. All I have is the order. So as far as the as far as the criminal case goes, the probation violation, your probation officer is recommending 10 days in jail and revoke the probation. You're obviously not real hot on that idea. So, yes. So I'm gonna take you out to the court office. We'll appoint a lawyer for you in this case. In the guardianship case, I gave you the copies of the order from the family court. I'm not ordering that you do this, but my recommendation would be you stop in Three Rivers and tell the bailiffs you need to speak to show them this and say, you'd like to see this file to know what your status is. But I don't think they could just do this ex parte, appoint your mother as guardian without any notice or input to you. And I can't tell what notice was given because I don't have the whole file. So regarding the regarding the probation violation, I show you pled not guilty. I'm going to set a probation violation hearing where the violations have to be proven. And I'm going to appoint a lawyer for you. So you go out to the counter with the court officer and I'll see you at the date that they give you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Both halves of the stainer here are here.
Okay,
So
that's a consultation at
9:30.
9:30. Bring them in. All right, next we have a consultation with Mr. Frazine. Because of our flood, our probation department's a little disjointed right now. Priscilla's in the jury room. Evelyn's in the court office. Matt and Daniel are remote. And we're doing the best we can, although supposedly, Daniel, your opulent new office is almost ready.
Should be all gold plated and shiny by now.
Yeah, they took the hot tub out of the budget, but the rest of it. All right, I didn't realize, we just emailed that you'd had a long conversation with her yesterday, so that's at least promising. Do you believe she actually is working at Summit Polymers?
That is probably one of the only things that I believe, yes.
All right.
I can tell you that the testing's been inconsistent. Her last time I have a positive test was like 5 months ago, so she should have been clean by now. So it's not like as she was trying to paint it, titrating out, she's still using marijuana.
Yeah, we need to get her an attorney.
Yeah, that's what I told her would probably happen, and that was probably the best thing for her.
All right, well, let's take up our consult here in People versus Caleb Evan Stainer. That's you, sir?
yes.
File number is 252434. We do consults just to get the people in and talk to them and try to all get on the same page. You're not charged with a probation violation. You're not out of favor with the court. We just needed to figure out what we're going on here. So you were placed on probation last January 1st. And we had a no contact issue. And we lifted that. And we were causing more harm than good. Daniel, what's the current status here?
Well, I spoke with Miss Baldridge. She called me, hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, back in the end of January, stating that this no contact was making it difficult for their mutual children and raising them and was causing more harm than good. I had told her that typically we'd like to see them actively engaging in treatment before we revisit that. By the time we got to court, he'd have a few under his belt. He has been attending regularly his DV group. I don't know if it's 3 or 4 classes that he's had at this point. He's told me, I have not seen it, but he told me that he has a 60 days clean chip in the end of January. He's been very compliant with reporting, and I really don't have. I mean, it's been a short. I mean, I've only had him on for barely 2 months, or not even quite 2 months now, but he seems to be doing very well. And I mean, I can't see any reason why we would need
Ms.
the no
Baldridge, would you
contact.
come up and have a seat? Caleb pled to an illegal entry and a domestic violence, was placed on domestic violence probation. Very often, I'll lift the no contact provision right at the time of the sentencing, because the defendant is then on probation and we've got some supervision. But in this one, I left it in place to see how things developed. I'm very pleased to see that you're plugged into AA. You got your 60-day coin. You must be at about your 90-day coin today.
Yes.
All right, well, good for you. Over the years, people have given me some of their coins. I got a lot of 1-year coins and some 3-year coins. And people will just come in and give me their coin. They're little treasures that I have.
I spend a lot of time in my vehicle, so mine hanging there, so I see them often, kind of a token.
Yeah, good. All right, so you're involved in AA. You're doing your domestic violence classes. How many have you done?
5. I'm on lesson 6.
And Ms. Baldridge says that no contact is actually making life worse and harder for everybody, including the children. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's a little bit difficult, given the fact that we have to have a middleman, which so far is working okay, but it does make it a little more difficult come time like injuries or sickness, stuff like that.
So you're asking me to lift the no contact provision so you and Caleb can talk about custody, visitation, exchanging the kids and that sort of thing?
Yes.
Do you envision moving back in together or just being able to have contact?
I don't see us moving back in together. I'm comfortable at my grandma's house right now, just trying to kind of go my own way, figure that out for myself. But I do think it would be a little bit more beneficial to be able to let him know if something happens right away instead of having to go through something else.
And Daniel, otherwise this probation has gone well.
Yes, Your Honor.
We got this, the incident was November 26th, and we entered the plea in December, and he was sentenced in January for court time. That's pretty quickly. Defendant accepted responsibility. So we've intervened. We've got a probation in place. He's got treatment in place. He's attending his AA, and she wants the bond conditions lifted. So I'm going to amend the probation to lift the no contact. I'll also make a change in the lien, law enforcement information network, to show that you're allowed to have contact with each other. You can go out to breakfast, you can go to the movies together, you can even move in together, although you're not envisioning that at this point. But you certainly can talk to each other about the children, about exchanging custody, going to school events, changing doctor appointments, that sort of thing. Now, your other conditions remain in effect: no assaultive or threatening behavior, no drugs, and no alcohol. And according to Daniel, we're about 60 days into this. You started your AA even before I did the sentence, and you're plugged into the DV class. So this case has a pretty good prognosis, and you seem better today. You look better. 90 days of sobriety, I think, has done you some good.
Thank you.
Are you working?
Oh yeah, I'm still at Bill's Steakhouse. And,
Okay.
thinking about going to Kicking Country. I'm supposed to go for an interview tomorrow.
Well, I mentioned, I haven't been to Bill's Steakhouse in a long time, but, the last time I was there, they were lined up out the door waiting to get in.
Well, yeah, that's not irregular. I think over Valentine's Day, we did 580 plus tables over the 3-day weekend.
Wow. Well, if you build it, they will come. If you want a whole bunch of steak for the money, Bill's Steakhouse in Bronson. It's one of Mr. Rognus's favorite places. All right, Daniel, do you need to talk to Mr. Stainer?
Nope. We're
All right.
good.
We'll make the changes to your probation order. We'll make the changes to the lien. No contact is lifted.
I have a question for my PO.
Yes,
Do I still need to call you and report this week? Because I know it's this week after report. Do you still want me to do that or?
Yes, you can call me and report me. I can't open up the computer while I'm on the Zoom, so I can't see that. Yeah, if it's your report week, just give me a call. Make sure you call me by tomorrow because I'm on vacation starting Friday.
well, I could just put him in the breakout room right now and you guys.
That'd
could
be
have a-
perfect.
We'll take care of that. Laura, I guess I will ask you to open the breakout room. And, I'll let Caleb talk to Daniel. They can have a little face-to-face. And, then you won't have to report.
Cool, thank you.
All right. All right. Thanks for being here. You can wait for him or you can go on about your business, but I'm gonna would you take him into the conference room and I'll hook him up so we can talk to Daniel.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Your
you
Honor.
keep doing what you're doing.
Yes, sir.
Stay with your treatment, keep working, finish your classes, and everybody, including your whole family, is gonna be better for this. So you're good to go.
Thank you.
Your Honor.
Thank you. Yes?
Will you have, when I'm done with him, it won't take very long. Do you have, I'd like to kind of talk to you about the previous case and some issues, if that's okay. Can I
Ms.
call you?
Mullins?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, I'll call you afterwards. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. According to Laura, there was something wrong with that room, but I think she got it squared away.
Okay.
We call it different things. I guess a Zoom room is close enough.
Well,
We'll
won't be too
call it-
long. We'll have a different Zoom room.
Yes, we will. There'll be a lot of changes. Anyway, this will be a good chance for you to see him eyeball to eyeball and catch up. He think he's doing pretty good. So I'll put the Zoom room. Dan, just hit the join button and you should be good.
Thank you, Your Honor.